compliment, the best introduction you've ever read. Well, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life that you've imagined. That is my absolute favorite quote by Henry David Thoreau. And I stumbled upon that quote in my 11th grade year of high school in a little random trinket shop one day, just shopping. And it was absolutely the quote that I needed for the time that I was in. And I'll explain a little bit why. In my 11th grade year, I found out that my father, my greatest hero in life, he was married to my mom, he was bisexual and HIV positive. And at the time that I found it out, it literally shook my entire world. Everything that I knew before was called into question. Everything I thought about my family, I didn't even know, I didn't even know where to begin to even think about how to process it. It's almost as if I stopped dreaming. Like my dreams sort of went away as I just started to focus on the challenges and the trauma of right then. So when I stumbled upon this quote, it jarred me awake. It said, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life that you've imagined. And as I was reading it silently, it yelled at me. And it was pretty much no room for turning back. It said, go, and you did. And it said, live the life you've imagined, and that's what you went for. And so my dreams suddenly re-awoke, if that's a word. The great thing about my story is that I've been with you guys for 2 years. I've talked to you about my dreams, and you would have never known unless I just shared it with you about the challenges that I've experienced in my life. And I can truly say that I am living my dreams out. And I want to talk to you today about just some steps that I use to live my dreams, and hopefully that will inspire you to go confidently in the direction of yours. First, you have to start dreaming. If you don't imagine yourself doing something, you won't ever do it because you can't see yourself getting there. There is value in your dreams. Really, dreams are individual things that are placed inside of you. It's also sometimes what's called purpose. And so my dreams aren't the same as your dreams or the same as your dreams. But if you dream something, it's because you were designed to carry it out. So if you think there's something that's too lofty, or there's a goal that you just think is far-fetched, remember that you were given that dream for a purpose, and you were designed to carry it out. Second, you have to start planning. Planning, I say, takes your dreams from the air to the ground. Sometimes I think when I see something on the Food Network that I'm just going to go make this dish and it's going to turn out wonderfully. And then if I go to the grocery store without a list, imagine what I come back with. A whole lot of stuff that I don't need, that's probably not going to help me make this wonderful meal that I thought I was going to make. So remember that we can make that similar to life, in that whatever you dream about, you have to sort of make out a plan and some steps to put it into action. And then you have to start doing it. And I say, pursue that thing that you dream with every fiber of your being. I have an anecdote about studying for the bar. And I had a dream of becoming a lawyer, and I knew that that bar was the last hurdle that I had to overcome before I was to become an attorney. So from the beginning of May to the end of July, that's all I did. I pursued that test with every fiber of my being. I barely slept, I barely ate. My mom washed my clothes because I just didn't have time to do that. And so that really helped me to get to my dreams. And actually the second week, 2 weeks before I took the test, I took a final practice test and I failed. And I thought, that's it, I'm taking this test over again. But that last ditch effort, that failure, actually I used it to help me to put just one last bit of gusto into studying for the test, and I passed. Also know that there will be stumbling blocks along the way. And I don't know if you understand what stumbling blocks are, but there are just things in your path that you sort of encounter in life that surprise you, that shake you up, that sort of, its tool is to sort of get you off your focus. But you can't let that get you off your focus. You have to turn that stumbling block into a stepping stone. And the way I'll speak to that is that, without going into too many details, after we found out about my father and just a lot of things that we had to encounter, we had to get him a conservator, which is a court-appointed guardian. And through that process, it actually was my first introduction into the law, and that actually is what spurred me to want to become a lawyer. So that traumatic experience, I actually used that into inspiration. So Martin Luther King has a quote that says, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in times of comfort and convenience, or where he stands in times of challenge and controversy." And it's very true. You won't know who you are and what you're made of when everything's going well. It's when you have a traumatic experience, you have to sort of lift yourself up and shake yourself off and actually get in there and do it, that you really realize what you're made of. Also, don't listen to others when they say you can't. And that's really important, because when you have a dream and you share it with other people, sometimes it's not their dream, so they don't even get it. And they might say things like, "I don't think that's really possible." What you have to realize is many times they speak out of their own limitations. Because they can't see themselves doing it, they project that onto you. So sometimes you have to think, it's not your dream, so of course you won't be able to think I can do it, but I can do it. And also tell yourself that you can. I'm so glad you talked about that. Because a lot of times you may not have someone that comes up to you saying you can't do something. It's that voice inside yourself that says you can't. So affirm yourself with positive things to say, like, I can do this, I'm capable, I'm powerful. There's nothing that I can't accomplish. And you'll start to see yourself doing those things and accomplishing those things. Don't be afraid of your own success. A lot of times that's what I've found, is that sometimes it's what I think I can't do because I can't see it so far down the road, and I haven't challenged myself enough that I start to think I can't do it on my own. And that's just fear. And when you have that fear come up within you, tell yourself, I can do it. Tell yourself the exact opposite of I can't. Tell yourself that you can. And then finally, enjoy the fulfillment of your dreams. A lot of times when you've worked so hard, you've had your head down, you've been focusing, you've been doing a lot of things that you're supposed to do, and then you look up and you've gotten it. And it's sort of a weird feeling, because you're kind of like, wait, how did I get here? You've been so focused. So take some time and enjoy the things that you love. Enjoy the fulfillment of your dreams. Now don't stop there. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Love and Basketball, but there's this one scene where she shoots this shot and she kind of stands there with her wrist still hooked. And she gets punished for that because the coach said, while you're standing there with your wrist hooked celebrating your success, somebody went back and scored. So, shoot the shot, tell yourself inside, I did that, and keep it moving. And take those steps and use it. Take the things that you've learned along the way, the stumbling blocks, the lessons, and turn it into actually going towards your dreams. So ask yourself, are you really living the life that you've imagined? Think about it. When you first started dreaming, where did you see yourself? Think about where you are now, and think about what happened that you sort of got off your path, and what can you do to change that? What is stopping you from going confidently in the direction of your dreams and living the life that you've imagined? I'm really convinced that the only thing standing between you and your dreams is you. You can do exactly what you've set out to do. So everyone, go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life that you've imagined.